Hi everyone, I'm back. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the Saturday Night Live skit, the Kavanaugh one that's been floating around the internet. Now, I feel as if what's happening right now is horrific because comedy used to be the platform where I could go and I would feel completely comfortable sitting down in front of the TV and watching something that was not on the news with one of my friends who didn't share the same political or religious ideologies as myself. So my friends who I didn't necessarily agree with and I could turn on the TV and watch Saturday Night Live and not worry about being divided in our home. But now I feel like everything has become a platform for politics, so much so that you can't even turn on the TV on Saturday night with your friends and just share a laugh. Can I just please have somewhere where I can go to laugh about nothing or to let go and forget about everything that's going on in the world? If I want the news, I'll go to the news. But I don't want to go on to Saturday Night Live and be politically divided. I don't want to go on to ESPN and have to hear about, all of these protests and what's going on and politically and what I don't want. No president should ever be mentioned on ESPN unless they're throwing the first pitch in the World Series. This shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be where I have to go everywhere and see politics. Sometimes I just want a break. Sure, I have opinions. I'm very political. But I want to be able to turn on my TV and just forget about it for a little while sometimes. I want to be able to laugh. I want something funny and not something that's just basically a political commentary. That wasn't a skit, that was an editorial. There was nothing funny about it. And I tried to think about it, if I were liberal, or if I were a Christine Ford supporter, would I have thought that was funny? No, it's not funny in any way, shape, or form. This case is not funny. There's nothing funny about it. Either it's a false sexual assault allegation with political motive, or it's a sexual assault allegation that was held on to for 36 years. No matter how you slice it, that's not comedy. So when I see things like this, and I see people who just feed into it and embrace it, it makes me sick. Please, give us a platform to go and forget about all of this. ESPN is just as bad. It's people used to be unified over sports. And honestly, I saw it firsthand after the shooting in Vegas, because I live in Vegas. After the shooting in Vegas last year, our city came together so hard, A, over the victims, and B, over the Vegas Knights. And it was so nice to see for the first time in a long time, our city was united through that hockey team. I don't know how to articulate it. If you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was looking forward to the Raiders because honestly, football is America's sport. So I was looking forward to us getting the Raiders and having the same impact on our local society, our local community. And then I found out the other day, I was watching the news and I caught a glimpse of a clip disclosing that we may be getting Kaepernick. And I was like, great. So the one thing that was supposed to unite Vegas, where we have not had a professional sports team up until last year, now we're getting a football team and you're going to take the most political divisive player and throw him into our community like that. So yeah, that's a whole nother story, but that really disturbed me because I was looking forward to the football team to bring us together, but because ESPN and everyone else has to bring politics into everything, now it's just going to rip us apart. So anyway, this is what comedy is supposed to look like.
Yo, free coffee! I got the big one.
I got a free coffee right there in the app.
You doing a little show and tell or something? Huh? With a little show and tell, Dunkin' Nuts. Show that, mother.
'Tis the season for holiday drinks.
Never mind that. Hey, interview my buddy Dewey for the movie right here. Dewey, tell me your favorite donut is.
I don't want to be in there.
Come on, pal. It's a movie. Tell me what your favorite, how you like the vanilla nut taps.
What?
The vanilla nut taps.
Oh, don't!
It's a joy, shit!
Daddy, they say all the women folk love cunnilingus.
I don't know why people make such a big fuss over cunnilingus.
I myself never much cared for Colonel Angus. He rubs me the wrong way. Not sure why. Can't put my finger on it.
Cunnilingus is an acquired taste.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
that's what I think is funny. That is 40 plus years of Saturday Night Live making skits that brought people together in their living rooms and united them through humor and entertainment. That's what Hollywood is good for. Hollywood would bring us together so we could forget about our differences and unite over something that was entertaining. Unfortunately, Saturday Night Live has pushed straight into the political platform over the past couple of years. And I mean, you watch the skits that they've done on Trump, Obama, Sarah Palin. Now you have this Kavanaugh hearing skit, which is to me completely repulsive. And you realize that humor really is dead in mainstream media. And I really hope that the underground comedy scene can keep going forward and entertaining us. And I'm thankful for Netflix for having independent specials for comedians. And I noticed Amazon Prime is starting to do that. So we can still get entertainment that is not necessarily censored or politically driven. And I really do hope that things stay that way. I'm going to show a clip from the Saturday Night Live skit now so you can see exactly what I mean about how it really isn't funny. There's nothing funny about the situation. They're desperately trying to fit into the narrative of holding up the liberal political platform, and to me, it's just repulsive. So here you go.
All right, then tell me this, Judge. Did you ever drink so much that you blacked out?
I don't know, did you? Huh? 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 Did you ever black out?
Excuse me?
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I think I blacked out for a second.
I accept your apology, Judge. And can I just ask, is Alyssa Milano behind me? She is so good at finding her lens.
Order to yell and shake my finger and get rid of the tomato for 15 minutes. And I know I'm supposed to shut up because I'm a single white male, 5'10", uncut. But I will not shut up because this is a bunch of CRAP crap. This ain't no trial. This ain't no due process. Do you know what this is, Judge Kavanaugh? Do you know what this is?
Is this a real question?
This is hell. That's what it is hell.
So there it is. As you can see, Saturday Night Live has definitely made a turn for the worst and is obviously just there to push a political agenda now. The most irritating thing about that clip was the piece that I actually showcased where they were making a mockery of due process. The whole situation and the crossover between entertainment and politics is really repulsive to me, and I hope that the silent majority that has pulled through thus far continues to pull through and fight against this entitlement of Hollywood where they seem to think that they can make the decisions for us. Your job is to entertain me. Your job is not to make up my mind politically or try to influence. I think what gets me the most is all of the things that Hollywood is pushing are essentially attacks on our civil liberties. It's coming in a form of entertainment, but it really is an attempt at brainwashing the nation.